Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned to Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, tools are ready, talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Dial Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection Workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here it's not just about fixing cars, it's about keeping you rolling, saving you money, giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuters, the weird noises, and the what the heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, few good laughs. And I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins, and we are shifting into drive this morning as we head into the first long weekend, Canadian long weekend of summer 2026. There you go. I really dated this podcast. I can hear one of my past producers on radio going, now I got to edit that all out. It's okay. It's all right. This morning, our topic is new vehicles are reliable, right? Well, we're going to jump in that. We've been talking about this a little bit more, and I was doing more research yesterday and got a chance to listen to a few more inside snoop on what's been going on with some of the new vehicles, not just recently, but what's been kind of developing over the last 10 years. And that's pretty much the facts, Jack. So stay with us this morning. We're going to jump right into our conversation. I have 5 things that I want to cover this morning. It kind of sounds like our YouTube videos. We cover 5 things always to teach you the basic fundamentals of vehicle ownership and having an older vehicle and keeping it reliable. And you can. I've been doing it for 4 decades. So someone who tells me you got to have a new car to have reliability, no. I'd take the dozen Raisin Bran muffins coming out of the oven in just about 20 minutes. Yeah. So we're going to uncover that today. So if you haven't signed up and subscribed, like, share, follow, ring the bell, be notified when the new videos come out. We've got videos coming out tomorrow. Just one for Friday, 2 for Tuesday. So 3 new videos every single week showing you how to diagnose problems, how we discover challenges on vehicles. Right now, I've discovered something new that I kind of, back in the fall of 2025, experienced a dead battery out in the field, out in our wood pile, cutting trees all day. And you're hot and sticky, and it was a warm October, and all I want to do is get home, get cleaned up, and have a cold snack, whatever that is. And dead battery. So I had to call my buddy Charlie to bring one of the big green tractors to get us started. And that's when my eyebrow kind of raised in thinking, that shouldn't have happened. I had the key in the ignition, but that should not have happened. The key wasn't on, just the back door was open where all the tools and equipment are. So anyways, it has reared its ugly head now that the 07 Toyota FJ Cruiser is in the shop, that there's a parasitic draw, and I'm all over it, like Axel on a donut, let me tell you. So we're going to show you that one on video. How do you find that thing that's draining the battery but doesn't do it all the time? Well, I'm all over it, and I'm going to show you a quick and easy method how you can determine very quickly where's the problem. What is the problem, and where's the problem, and why is there a problem? So the how, when, where, and why I will cover in a video. And that's the type of thing that we have on our YouTube channel. So all our podcasts go there every single day, so you can pick them up there if you want to listen, re-listen, or you can go to our iHeartRadio channel, which is Car Connection Workshop. So I guess I'm diving into an area I didn't think I'd get to right away. Is everything we talk about lives at our website. It is the biggest drawer in our toolbox. So anything and everything and contact information and what are we doing next. And we have fundraising events coming up that we're involved in. Yeah, I'm going to be in a freezing cold, probably 34 degree Fahrenheit dunk tank in Stevensville for Springfest coming up. That's Saturday, June the 6th. You can't miss it. The whole town shuts down. Honestly, it does. This is a big deal, Jerry. So I volunteered to help fundraise by sitting on the podium of the dunk tank. Yeah, so you definitely got to stop by, get some pics of that. And we're developing a special outfit for me, apparently, according to Skippy, our videographer, who is involved in Springfest in Stevensville, Ontario. So check that out at stevensvilleontheweb.ca. There's all kinds of information there for you, as well as we are placed as experts in the automotive field, so you'll see articles and bloopers from us there. According to Skippy, I think she sneaks stuff in there. I'm just saying. I haven't looked for a while, but there's always bloopers, reels, and outtakes on our Facebook, Instagram. But 91% of you are subscribed for our YouTube channel, so you'd really be helping Skippy and I if you would change that. Make sure that you are subscribed, and thank you so much to those who already have been and really enjoying the comments coming through on the videos, and I do answer them. Sometimes it might take me a day or two or three to get back to you, but I go in and I like to see the comments, and I will send a return comment back to you. So thank you to all those who are doing that. You guys are awesome. So let's get those subscriptions up so we can move the channel forward. And that works for all the online influencers. So if you're watching YouTube and you're enjoying channels, do the same thing for them. That really helps their channel to move forward. That's what we need the algorithms to see, is your comments, that you're subscribed, that you're sharing, that you're giving us likes on our videos, because it's a lot of work. You know, people think, oh, you just light up a YouTube channel, make $1 million. That's right. You just go ahead and keep thinking that. It's like anything else. You have to be completely committed. It's like bacon and eggs. That's what I say. It's just like bacon and eggs. You know, the chicken just has to show up, but the pig, he's all in. It's a commitment. So good morning and welcome to Motormouth Morning Drive, 8 a.m., 6 days a week. We have Fun Friday coming up tomorrow. I need your questions in for Saturday Q&A. Yes, I will be doing a Saturday Q&A on the long Victoria Day weekend. Get your questions in to motormouth.jenkins@gmail.ca. No, it's .com. It used to be .ca way back. motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com. If you missed that, again, in all the description boxes for YouTube videos and our podcasts, I put all that information in there as well for you. What's available to you. We do have an online store. All merchandise purchase proceeds go to Total Freedom Addiction campuses, Canada and USA, helping those who've made that decision to say goodbye to their addiction for good. That's what they do there. They've been doing that for almost 25 years at the campuses, and all the proceeds go directly to the Total Freedom campuses, addiction campuses, Canada and US. And so thank you. Thank you to all of you who have scooted into our online store. You buy what you like, get your size, your color, gets shipped right to your door, and you can pay for it safely right then and there. We want to thank Freedom Expressions, which is a part of Total Freedom Addiction campuses. They are totally self-contained, which means they get no outside funding whatsoever. They raise their own funds to run the campuses. So check them out. You'll be pleasantly surprised to see what goes on at Total Freedom. It is absolutely life-changing what goes on there. You can see testimonials, you can watch videos and see what's happening there and how lives are being transformed. Anything else? Oh, yeah, something new. This was Skippy's idea. She said, do you think we could maybe get some of the listeners and the viewers to buy us a coffee? I go, I don't know, Skippy. I don't know. So anyways, I checked it out, and it's all set up. So if you would like to buy Skippy and I a coffee, it's any amount you'd like to do. It's there for you to do so, and we thank you ahead of time. I just finished it off late yesterday afternoon, and I sent Skippy a message because she also has another job on the side. I think she has like 100 jobs. Yeah, I really do. But we're grateful to have her here in the Car Connection Workshop, helping out on Mondays and taking care of Instagram, Facebook, StevensvilleOnTheWeb.ca, which is her website that she put together to create a communal website between the businesses in Stevensville and the community. And my parents have lived in Stevensville for, I think it's 42 years now. Mom passed in 22. My pop's still there. But all of Skippy's family is in Stevensville, and we know lots of people in Stevensville. So here's how you buy us a coffee. I'll put this in the description box today. We'll see who is going to be the very first person to buy Skippy and I a coffee. It's called buymeacoffee.com/Motormouth Nile, Nile. That's buymeacoffee.com/Motormouth Nile, and it's all safe and secure and set up there for you to do that. And we get notified when that happens so that we can jump in and send you a personal message back. So thank you for that opportunity to say thank you ahead of time for those who are buying us coffee. Well, let's have our morning swiggy, and we better let those who are just visiting us for the very first time know this is how we do it. This is the shtick. Is we can't get everybody into the Car Connection Workshop every morning, so for us to have a morning beverage together, we have the morning swiggy. This morning, brought to us by our program partner at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, building Canada since 1931. They have all the building supplies you need as far as block and angle iron, rebar, and gravel, all that stuff, as well as hardscape landscape materials. They could build you an English walkway, and it would be absolutely amazing. If you check in with Kathy Grimo, it's Kathy and Dave, husband and wife, and Dave's brother, Dan. So we want to say hi to Dan. He works hard there as well. They all work hard. Kathy has a list of contractors if you're looking for something like that, any kind of building project. She can give you a referral to a contractor that can help you to get the job done and get it done well. So that's estimate the job, start the job, finish the job. How cool is that? So that you can enjoy your outdoor backyard space. So if you're looking to create, say, a building of some type, they can help you with that. If you're looking to create some landscaping and some hardscape landscapes, that outdoor space that gives you more outdoor living space with kitchen. Yes, for sure. You got to have it with kitchen. Oh, absolutely. And enjoy that. They can help you put that all together. So we count it down, 3, 2, 1, and then we have a swiggy together. Are you ready? You got your morning beverage? You got through the drive-through okay? Everything's good? Checked your order? It is Thursday. We got one more day. Well, I'm going to say actually on long weekends around half day, noon hour, that would be when my guys in the shop would start to, I don't know, it was like they ran out of quarters, in the laundromat. The dryer would stop. They just kind of slow down about 11:30, and then by noon hour, they're like, can we go now? And I would mess with them, of course. I would let them out early, get their weekend started. So weekend is coming. It's a long one. Want you to be safe out there. But let's start with a nice hot morning beverage. 3, 2, 1. And that is so good. I don't know. I had something with my throat going on yesterday. It drove me crazy all day. Those herbals that seem to be doing it. But I think it's actually the coffee that's coming up. All right. We have our weekday weather for you. It's Thursday, May the 14th. Wow. We're almost halfway through May. Do you realize that? I was just thinking about that this morning as I was preparing to get on the horn. I'm going, wow, like this weekend, we're like over halfway. And then it's June, July, August, and we're back into it. Well, let's just focus on the good stuff. Yeah. And I'm looking at the long-range forecast. We got some good stuff coming up, so hang in there. Hang in there. It's going to change. We're going to get the 30-day fuel savings challenge in, I think, very, very shortly here. So stay tuned for that. That's going to put a minimum of $100 of fuel savings in your pocket per car. So if you have multiple cars in the family, you might all want to get in on this. I'm going to coach you, but you have to do the work. Okay, remember, the do does and the did is done. Thank you to our friends, certified financial planning professionals, Tony Miele, Larry Tetro, our program partners. 50 years experience as fiduciaries. They are my personal financial planners. So when I'm talking about them, I am speaking 100% as a client. These guys are two of the best in Canada, and you'll never know. They're so humble and so down to earth. They want to help you. They don't need any more clients. They're super busy, but they want to reach through Car Connection to help our listeners. So if you have questions with regards to investment portfolio, you're carrying a ton of debt, it's weighing you down, estate planning, you don't have anything set by and put in concrete with regards to your estate plan. If you have kids at home at 18 years or older, are you their health proxy? If you're not, that creates a super duper challenge if something should happen. So doing an estate plan yourself, or even a will with powers of attorney and beneficiaries, it's not something you take on yourself, guys. You're not saving any money whatsoever. You're leaving your estate wide open to the bandits to come and take it from you. Yeah, CRA. Mortgages, I don't do mortgages anymore. I haven't for 15 or so years with banks. I work directly with IG Wealth Management through Tony and Larry. It's been an absolute blessing. Great rates, wonderful people to work with. Life insurance, critical illness insurance, and insurance seems like an expense until you need it. It's a wise investment. So you can get yourself a discovery meeting. We've nicknamed for many years now, since 2007, the hour and a coffee. Leave your wallet, leave your purse at home. You're not going to be asked for any money. You're not going to need it. You're just going to need to sit and have that discovery meeting, either by Zoom, by phone, in their boardroom, in a coffee shop, at your home, in a box with a fox, but get it done, okay? Don't be losing sleep and having intense moments of fellowship with your spouse because things are not going well. Sit down and get a game plan going. It will change everything, including how you take care of your vehicle, having the funds to do so, and preparing for that time when you may need to make a vehicle replacement. Preparing in advance. Well, today's weather report looks much better than yesterday. And looking at the long range right now, I've tapped into that. We got some good numbers coming. Now, Saturday, we could see a 71, a 45% chance of rain. Sunday, 50% chance of rain, so we need to wish that out of there. 75 degrees, but get this, come Monday, 82. Tuesday, 78. Wednesday, 69. Thursday, 66. And, of course, that's where we are, South Shores of Lake Erie in the Niagara region. So let's take a look at today's weather. Let's get a bird's eye view. We got any precipitation? Well, I hate to say, but here it is. Rain, R-A-I-N, 0.05 of an inch. 42 degrees right now, cloudy. Wind is making it feel colder, about 35 degrees. Rainy conditions expected around 11 a.m. Today's temperature range from 42 to 49, and it will feel more like 34 to 44. It is still cool out there. So today's top out temperature, 49 degrees. Yesterday it's saying we hit 58. I think we did in the afternoon. I was doing editing and working on a number of other projects, moving everything forward and getting mechanicals ready for video shooting on this coming Monday. The sun came out, and it actually wasn't too bad, but then the clouds moved in early evening, and it pooped out, and it was raining again. So if you're packing up for the weekend, I would suggest prepare for the worst, and if it doesn't happen, you're going to be happy, because if you don't have the wet weather gear with you, you certainly can't use it and put it on and protect yourself. So tarps, if you're tenting, tarps, ropes, poles, all that stuff, so you can create a space where you can at least have a campfire and stay warm and dry and out of the weather should it happen. So I'm hoping it doesn't, and that you have a fantastic glamping, cramping, cottaging weekend, because this is the big hoop-de-doo where everything gets rebooted for summer, and this is summer 2026. Yeah, so let's jump into our topic this morning. And thank you to Earl Louise Grant at City Auto Sales and Leasing in Toronto. And I'll tell you, if you are looking for a vehicle, it is worth your drive to anywhere on the planet if you're dealing with people that stand for honesty and integrity. They provide low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. So check in with Earl and Louise. If you don't see the vehicle you're looking for, they have years of resources collected. Let Earl do the legwork for you, because if that vehicle's out there and it's any good, he will definitely grab it for you. Their Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. Well, my title today for our podcast is New Vehicles Are Reliable, right? Well, not from what I've been hearing and some more of the details coming out. It seems like there are some serious issues, even with Nissan going on, that there's problems in the management. And I didn't know that. In fact, I spoke to parts department at Nissan yesterday. Been waiting for a part, two little pieces for the shifter handle, because it can rotate almost 180 degrees because there's a clip in there that's broken. So I didn't realize I've been trying to get these components since March the 16th. So yesterday was like my fourth call, and I finally got some answers. They're no longer available. So it's funny because yesterday I was doing research in the afternoon for a number of hours, and that's what I do. I do research and fact check and see what's going on out there. They got a serious management problem, and the sad part would be if they don't get their poop together, we could lose Nissan. So I asked the gentleman at parts, and he said, "Yeah, we're keeping our ears to the ground. As employees, we're concerned." And I said, just as a consumer, I mean, that would be horrific to lose a company that's been around so long like Nissan. It started out as Datsun and then turned to Nissan, and it's been around forever. I said, I'm hoping for you and for all us Nissan owners, because I am a Nissan owner as of last year, 2008 Nissan Rogue, and babying it and taking really good care of it. And I just needed those two pieces to fix it up, and can't get them. So I'm going to have to go to a U-Pull-It yard, and I'm sure I'll find some 08s through 10 in there and maybe be able to get the little pieces that I need to stop the shifter from coming off. Yeah, because that's not good. It hasn't come off yet, but I know it's working up to it. So, yeah, so check that out. That's it's upper management that seems to be the issue there. That's where that problem is. Back over to Toyota, they say they're working on a fix. I think they are, and I think they're kind of shamed about what's been going on with some of their engines, and it comes down, and differentials as well. It comes down to the quality control, basically. Quality control. Something's not being done, and it's created this problem for them. Would I buy a Toyota today? Yes. Yes, I would. I absolutely would. I think I would say 100% they'll get on top of that and take care of it, because and they know they need to, because they spent a long time, just like Honda, Kia, and Hyundai, building a good, strong rapport with the clientele, with the consumer. Would you want to do something stupid to botch that up? That's the question. I don't think so. I think they're kind of very ashamed of the situation and circumstances. They've been caught out and not prepared. So now they're scrambling to prepare, and we see where that goes from there. But on the other side of the pond, in the domestic market, I have to say, you know what? It's a shambles. And it's a shame for consumer and for, again, the upper crust in the establishment. That's what I've always called it. The establishment has put profitability way ahead of quality. And that when that happens, it doesn't matter what company it is. That's when poop hits the fan, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why they don't make screen doors on outhouses. There's a reason behind that. Yeah, because if it blows up, whoever's on the outside would instantly have freckles. Not good. So that's where the problem has happened, is with the upper crust, the upper echelon, looking for ways to continually cut corners. This isn't new. This has been going on since the early 90s, and we've been watching it. I have been watching it very closely go south as they go closer and closer to losing their vision on quality and paying more attention to profitability and how ways they can develop to get more money out of the consumer's pocket. That may work short term, but that's why we are where we are. So let's jump into that. New vehicles are reliable, right? Not so much on the domestic side, unfortunately. And I'm not here to beat someone or beat a dead horse, but as a consumer, all of us are out there working really hard to make a buck and not to have someone snatch it out from under us with dishonesty. And that's what's going on. The dishonesty is creating the unreliable automobiles. So my answer, number one, out of the 5 things I have for you this morning, nope, they're not 100% reliable anymore at this point in time. And they haven't been 100% reliable for at least 10 model years. At least 10. So that would take us back to 2020-ish, right? Sort of, maybe. Do the math. Would take us actually back to 2016, if you want to be accurate. 2016. And that, you know what? I totally agree with that, because that's when we started hearing a lot of stuff and a lot of grumblings with vehicles on the domestic side with lousy pattern failures that were not being taken care of. So quality of goods doesn't match the price of the goods sold. Does not, and hasn't for at least 10 years. So nope, not 100%. And so what now? Well, they're not. Anybody who's shopping for a vehicle today, I would honestly say this. Be shopping 2016, to about 2018. If you got to push it and you find something gorgeous, low miles 2019. But don't go beyond 2020. In fact, I would shy away from that for sure. And I was invited to into a program on NPR. When was that? A couple days ago in Ohio. So I was broadcasting from here to a network in Ohio. It was I had a really good time on that interview, but a question that was asked by the host I found interesting, and I don't know whether she liked my answer or not, but it wasn't one of the questions on the agenda, but it was a question that she just kind of tossed out to me. And she said, well, I have to have a reliable vehicle. I got a vehicle that's 3 years old. And I'm going, my brain is like that. It just goes, old. Yeah, it's old. If it's 3 years, if you've had it 3 years and you bought it new, guess what? You're driving an older car. So if it's 3 years, that means you have no warranty. If it's a domestic, you have no warranty left. And that means it's your dime, right? So if there's pattern failures or that thing, I'll tell you right now, it's definitely going to be one of those vehicles that's got the problems. Yeah, it's got serious problems. And when that happens, it's going to be your dime. Would I want that in my possession? No, absolutely not. Because now you're in the position that the manufacturer wants you in. Outside a warranty. Hello. That's where they want you. So if that vehicle you've had for 3 years and now it's old, it's whatever happens, there's no recourse. Once you hit over that 60,000 kilometer mark, 60,001, we'd really like to help you, but we can't. No, you don't want to help. No, you don't. It's not you can't. You don't. And here's what I've always said. There's never a word can't. And there's never a word don't. It's they are not willing to help you. That's the problem. There's always a way to take care of the customer. Always. And I learned that at 4.5 years at a European dealer, and that was with Volkswagen. They did a lot of warranty work, W5. What does that mean? Goodwill warranty. You're outside a warranty. You've taken care of it. There's a track record on the vehicle. You've had it back to the purchasing dealer to have it serviced on a regular basis. Something major's gone wrong. You're out of warranty. I would call the big wheels and they'd say, sign it, W5, put my initials on it. Get them in a loaner car and get them on their way. Boom. There's a lesson in that, isn't there? For the domestics, there's a lesson in that. Don't just sing the tune and say, and go, out of your way to help them when they're looking at buying another vehicle. That's the only time. They tap the right dance and do the right songs to try and get you to buy their stuff again. But when you're 60,001 kilometers, we'd really love to help you, but we can't. What on earth is that? So anyways, she mentioned that, and I said, well, you're driving an older vehicle out of warranty now, so whatever goes wrong, it's your dime. Next question. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that one was supposed to be on the agenda, but my brain just instantly checked into that. Yeah. Yeah, National Public, it was actually NPR. They have, it's National Public Television and Radio, so I guess this one was, I think it was on television. Yeah, it was. But they couldn't see me. So anyways, it was a really good interview. I thought, but I don't think they expected the depth of the answers that I was giving them on their questions, because you know what? You ask me a question, I'm not going to give you just bum fluff. I'm not. I'm going to give you the answer, an in-depth answer, so that you can get something accomplished. So, reliable. New vehicles are reliable, right? Nope, not 100%. What? They're not? That's number 2. Number 3, I just talked about 3 years, 60,000 kilometers, 0 warranty left, whichever one occurs first. If you drive less and your warranty runs out by time, that's what they want to happen to you, because that means they've bought themselves back a whole lot of money. So if your vehicle, after you've gotten to 3 years long before you've hit 60,000 K, you just saved the domestic car manufacturers a ton of warranty money. I'm just saying, that's the facts. Number 4, older's more reliable. Yes, I just talked about that, and that is a major buzzword out there. If you want to stay out of hot water and you're not buying a brand new vehicle that's got warranty, and it's going to be your vehicle that you're going to have to look after right from the day you purchase it, unless you buy, they offer aftermarket warranties. And there are a couple of companies, aftermarket warranty companies, that are really, really good. And we'll talk about that in the future. But again, you're going to pay a price for those. That's why I always say with warranty, look on the warranty agreement for the what's covered section, because it's always shorter than the what's not covered. And how you determine whether you want to buy that warranty or not is look at what's covered, and if there's items on there that you would particularly like to have covered to give you that peace of mind driving, then you're going to probably have to step into the next package, which includes, it's almost like TV, right? You gotta buy. That's why I got rid of my TV. It was like $365 a month to get 3 programs that I enjoyed, and the rest I could care less. So I finally just go, what am I doing? So I got out of that. So this is what happens. There are really good extended warranty companies out there, but you got to look at what's covered. And if there's items that you definitely want to have covered, then you're going to be looking at another plan. They usually have, just for talking purposes, the bronze, silver, and gold package, and then platinum. So, and my pops did that on the vehicle that he has right now and the one before. And he never collected anything. The vehicle was fine. And this is the point I'm making and this is the point I was trying to make to the host of the program the other day as quick as I could, is you're now driving a vehicle outside of warranty. So now it's your dime, and hopefully all the bugs are already worked out in 60,000 K. But if you're driving a domestic, good luck. That's what I'm going to tell you. The odds, unfortunately, are stacked against you, because the deck is stacked for the consumer to lose. So going 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 with decent low mileage. And as I keep saying, mileage doesn't mean anything to me whatsoever if you're looking after whatever the item is. That's right. Whether it's from a chainsaw to a weed whacker, a snowblower, to a motorcycle, to a scooter, whatever that item is, it's only going to be as good as the maintenance that you provide to keep it alive. Otherwise, you're constantly doing the home to work thing for 35, 45 years, could be 65 now, to make the money to keep buying the same things over and over again. Make sense? Well, there's certain things you have no control over, right? Like the fridge, the dryer, the washer, the dryer, all that stuff. All the what we call white goods. The white goods in your home. Basically, whatever happens, but don't abuse it. And you know what? Keeping the older white goods is a good idea. My good friend Spencer, who's been fixing appliances in the U.S. for decades, will tell you that any time of the night or day. Keep your older white goods going as long as possible. The new stuff sucks. It does. It's again, planned obsolescence. That's what it is. That's what we're up against. The consumer has to become a prosumer, not a consumer. So older being more reliable doesn't mean that you're buying something unreliable. And that's what the host was basically saying to me. And I'm going, in my head, big service light comes on. No. And then the other part of me's going, don't let her have it. Don't let her have it. Back up the bus, take a deep breath, breathe, just breathe. Because I did have to say, I said, well, you're driving a 3-year vehicle that's outside of warranty. So does that give you a sense of reliability? She did answer, but I didn't hear it. Would it? You're now 3 years in. It's older. There's no warranty. Does that put you in a position where you feel that the vehicle's still reliable? How can you answer that yes? You don't know. You don't know what you don't know. I have no idea. Somebody drives a vehicle up to me and says, it's 3 years old. I got to buy out the lease or return it. What should I do? I don't know. Well, what kind of condition is it in? What kind of problems have you had? Look at the pattern. Has there been pattern failures? Has anything big gone wrong with it that the vehicle's known for? There's a lot of information that needs to be packed into that answer that I don't have. But when the host said that to me, it was like, oh, so you got a 3-year-old vehicle outside of warranty, but you feel comfortable because it's more reliable. Okay. That's what I really wanted to say was, but I didn't. Okay. I was peace, patience, kindness always, right? Yeah. So her answer was not a good one. And that told me that that person is not in tune with the automobile. She has no idea whatsoever what her answer was. I need a newer vehicle for reliability. It's 3 years old. Okay, let's move on. So if you're out there buying, that's why I really like the fact that we have Earl and Louise Grant on our side and as program partners. For those in the Niagara region all the way through to Toronto, it's not that far a drive to be able to sit down with Earl and Louise Grant and buy a low mileage quality vehicle at a fair price and then take care of it. And see, that's the big answer. The big answer is you've got to take care of it. If you're not willing to take care of your automobile and see the value in doing so, I can't help you. And I'm just being honest. I'm speaking from my heart. I can't help you. A man convinced against his will is of his own opinion still. That's it. That's how I live my life. A person wants to get into an argument over something, I'll just let you be right. It's okay with me. As for me and my house, that's it. I'm not here to change anybody. I'm here to share what I know that works for 44 years. If you're willing to do it, you're going to put more money back in your pocket and you're going to win the car game. Hands down. The deck will no longer be stacked in their favor. It will be stacked in your favor. And that's why I created the Car Connection Fleet Maintenance System. And you can check that on our website. It's just hot off the press. That's what I use to keep the vehicles that we have in top drawer condition so I don't have all that stuff swirling around in my head. I just have to look at the maintenance sheet. Where's this vehicle at? What was done last? This is what I need to do next. Done. Move forward. Get to the end, start another year. And just rotate the pattern. So an older vehicle, 10 years old, you'll be able to keep that thing easily 10 years. 10 years more. Easily. Okay, number 5. 3 to 5 years. Now it's older, but not reliable. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say to her. So if you have a vehicle that's 3 to 5 years old, you're driving an older vehicle outside of warranty if you bought it brand new. Just to remind you, that's the position you're in. So should something large, medium, or small go wrong with it, it's your ticket. They're not going to help you. It's your dime, period. It's called vehicle ownership. That's what it's called at that point. 100%, you now 100% are invested in that vehicle as the vehicle owner, and it's vehicle ownership. It's all you. So if that is a make and model that's had pattern failures, and it's one of the 10% that they know they pump out of the production line as like chiclets, it's one of the 10%. And then whatever those vehicles are going to cost, it's averaged out and added into the price of the next pile of new vehicles coming off the line behind it. So they don't lose a dime. That's why I say the deck is stacked in their favor, and you have to learn to play the car game and play it well, because when you don't, it's gonna bite you, and it's gonna bite you hard. Most $5,000 repairs start off as a $200 maintenance item. Did you know that? So would you rather spend small money and get on a schedule, or big money and wait for the surprise? Surprise! And that happens. That's exactly what happens. But I'm in your corner. Make it a great day today. You're only hours away from having first long weekend of summer 2026, and I hope it turns out really, really well for everybody. Get some sunshine, get outside, get the cobbies out. We've been locked down for winter, and it seems to have been dragging on forever. You know, the cold, wet, and dampness is crazy. It's crazy. The farmers are waiting to get their seeds in the ground and get germination going. So, you know, from the field to the table, that's the way that works. So, Car Connection, now with more ways to watch, listen, and engage. Come and join us Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. for Motormouth's Morning Drive. You can now buy Skippy and I a coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/Motormouth Dial. Thank you so much for considering that as well. And that helps us with what it takes to do what we do. And that is to reach out to all of you that would like some help, some guidance and direction, and have a coach to be in your corner. That's who I am. That's the lane that I've carved out for many years, and I continue to do so. So like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss the next rescue project on our YouTube channel, and maintenance tips and real-world car ownership advice. We'll see you in the next one. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Fun Friday, 8 a.m. sharp. Yours truly will be there, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, for the morning drive. So happy, healthy motoring. Change your driving habits to suit road conditions, and keep an eye on the other guy, because weekend's coming, the brains start to shut down, and people are focusing on getting out of Dodge and getting to the cottage, getting to the trailer, getting summer 2026 open, and they may not be quite on the ball behind the wheel. So peace, patience, kindness always. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.